So in our organization, when we mention the word technology, that terrifies our directors, and it excites and motivates other people in the organization. So our goal at iSANS is, there we go. We want to integrate appropriate technology. We want to continue providing effective services. And we want to maintain the high quality of service and high quality of interaction and customization to clients. So we want to maximize access and minimize barriers. So when we started 10 years ago exploring this, technology was a barrier to many clients. And now, as Marco said, many of our clients are coming in to the registration process and the intake and needs assessment process asking, what do you have online? And they may live next door, they may live in a rural part of Nova Scotia, or they may be on email or on the phone and not here yet. So things are shifting. We don't want to create barriers. We want to create and maximize access. Marco also said it's not all about the technology, and we don't want it to be about the technology. We don't want technology to be the conversation. We don't want technology to get in the way of providing services. We want the technology to disappear. We want it to be invisible. And when it is invisible, when it's not the focus of the conversation, then that's where the rich learning and interactions happen. So I'm going to talk a bit about what we do in our organization, delivering programs and services that focus, that have the support of technology. And we can start with some of the basic things: audio recording devices in the classroom, iPads in special needs classrooms, specifically with hearing impaired folks, the literacy classes that we have using apps to support that learning. We want the technology to be about support the foundation of learning, and take away the barriers, take away the mystique or some of the thinking around what technology can do. As many of you in the room, we have e-recruitment tools online. Marco talked about social media. But the things that we're really investing in and really excited about are web conferencing. And you all do that probably as well. So whether it's a Skype type application, whether it's Adobe Connect, whether it's GoToMeeting, it's all very similar. And so we're extending our services and reaching people earlier, or taking away the geographical barriers. So some of the things, for example, that we do with our web conferencing, any kind of counseling, so live, synchronous, employment counseling, business counseling, language counseling, mentors talking with clients, face-to-face on the computer, web conferencing. We have practice interview program where clients, if they're not able to come into the face-to-face interactions with the practice interviews, we have them online. Aside from client delivery, service delivery, we have our HR interviews sometimes this way. English in the workplace, so our English in the workplace program, English instructors go out into the workplace. Sometimes that's not possible, so we do those interactions online. Workplace culture workshops, we supplement the Link Home Study program with a live component. And then pronunciation courses that we have online, we also have a live component there. So really trying to identify where the technology can support the delivery of our programs and services, not approaching it saying, hey, we have this technology, how can we use it? No, we have this program, how can we extend our reach? How can we be more inclusive around getting clients to participate? The thing I'm particularly excited about is live streaming. So we've been doing this for a few years, and again, broadening the reach, extending our services. And this is to the rural corners of Nova Scotia, to PreArrival. So, for example, we have an international medical graduate skills review program where we have a larger group of international medical graduates in a room with a practicing physician and with some synchronized or some patients, and so they get a chance to talk about the scenario. They get a chance to practice interacting as a physician in that scenario with feedback. So that's in the classroom. We have 2 classrooms that are set up for live streaming, and so although that's happening in the classroom with a group of peers, also some people who haven't been able to attend in person can also benefit from watching and interacting, not necessarily role-playing the physician at that time, but getting the feedback, hearing what the practicing physician has to say, hearing what their peers have to say. So we offer that both to folks in Nova Scotia and also pre-arrival to people who are intending to come to Nova Scotia. And online, Marco was talking about online programs and services, and this is where the bulk of our programs sit. So on our learning management system, we've created something called Settlement Online. And so Settlement Online is where the ISANS programs and services live. And clients access it there online, and our staff access them there. And we also have orientation, so an orientation to Nova Scotia there for both pre-arrival and post-arrival clients, and skill development courses. Broad range within these categories, but employment, communication, and business. Most of these are facilitated, so these are not the 15-minute tutorial on self-access on whatever topic. These are 4, 6, 8-week structured, scheduled courses where a cohort of clients will go through with a facilitator getting customized feedback, personalized feedback on the submissions. We have a handful of things that are self-guided, where if clients don't have the time or wherewithal to go through the courses, the motivation, if they have motivation, they can go through the self-guided opportunities that we have. So we've also, online as well, we have groups of international medical graduates, pharmacy graduates, and engineers who have their own spaces. Now, perhaps these are communities of practice that Dave will talk about. They're areas, they're very, very rich areas where there's discussion happening, sharing happening, folks who have been here longer sharing with those who are either not here yet or who are about or are newer, talking about the process of becoming licensed in this area. We also have a very new initiative and rich initiative with facilitators across the country coming together, delivering our programs and sharing together online, lessons learned, sharing resources, and the challenges of every day. We're also experimenting with in-house, we have a anti-racism and inclusion committee. And so we're experimenting now with internal committees at our workplace and trying to have a centralized space where that committee can meet on or have continue the conversation and also have a place to hold the documents. So that's a newer thing. Thanks. And the last thing that I'll talk about, or the 2 last things, are the sharing and making available of our online courses to settlement agencies across the country for post-arrival delivery. We're calling this Settlement Online in Canada. So Settlement Online has the ISANS online and distance programs and services. We're also making some of those available to our colleagues across the country and providing the technical support needed to make these happen. And as well, Our newest initiative, SOPA, Settlement Online Pre-Arrival, is reaching out and rolling out our online programs across the country for settlement agencies in provinces to actually deliver pre-arrival, a set of programs and courses that we have focused on the economic immigrant. And this is, again, not to replace anything that we're currently doing in our agencies, but to get a head start and start earlier. So when immigrants arrive, they're more confident, more prepared, and more focused. And that's what our intake folks say in Halifax, is when clients arrive and they have been participating in pre-arrival programs, it's a different different kind of client. They are more prepared, more focused, and motivated to settle in the province. Thanks.